This is the pregame. Welcome to the pregame. I'm not going to use all this, promise. I don't even think this is going to be the opening. It might. If it's the opening, surprise. You see, this is why I bring my camera with me when I travel. Because Marvel decides to be a butt. Anyway, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Will, and I'm here to take a look at the teaser trailer for Ms. Marvel. This is the next MCU series coming to Disney Plus. They are cranking these things out like freaking hotcakes right now. We got Moon Knight coming out in March. This is coming out in June, and I believe She-Hulk is after this, probably July or August, most likely August. But this is also coming out at the same time as Obi-Wan Kenobi, so please don't put them on the same day to air. They're not. No, come on. I barely have enough time to get these out. Don't do that to me. Like they care about little old me. Anyway, but this is Ms. Marvel. This is the story of Kamala Khan, who is a Pakistani American teenager who lives in New York City, who is inspired by Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, to take up the mantle of Ms. Marvel, especially when she develops her own superpowers. Now, I know that the version that we're getting here is a lot different than the version of Kamala Khan in the comics. In the comics, Kamala Khan is an Inhuman, and the less we say about the Inhumans, the better. And she has the power to embiggen, which is basically she can stretch her body into different shapes and sizes. It sounds gross, but it's not. But she can basically enlarge. God, this sounds gross no matter what I say. She can basically make her body size increase to different proportions. Like, she can go stretchy a little bit and stuff like that. It's very reminiscent of something like Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four, but they are fundamentally different powers. From what I can tell based off of some of the still images from the series and from the original concept art of the character, albeit that her costume is very comic accurate, her powers have been changed, not necessarily because of the potential for Reed Richards to be introduced into the MCU, and not to confuse people with two different stretchy people. I don't think that's the reason. The main reason seems to be to try to align the general look and design of her powers to be very reminiscent of Captain Marvel, as well as reminiscent of Monica Rambeau's powers that she developed in WandaVision. After Kamala Khan's debut in Ms. Marvel, she will be reprising that role in the Marvels, along with Brie Larson, Tiana Paris, portraying their roles as Carol Danvers and Monica Rambeau, respectively. So I'm going to take a look at this trailer. I don't know. I haven't watched the powers in action, so we're about to find out. I don't think it's going to bother me as much as it probably is bothering some people. It's fine. They make changes to the comics all the time. This is nothing new. They've taken amalgamations of different comic characters of the same name and merged them into one character. That's exactly what we got with Peter Parker in the MCU, where he was a lot closer to Miles Morales in terms of personality and age and friends than he was actually Peter Parker, but it didn't really make a big difference to the overall success of the character. I think this will be fun. I think this will be a fun series. It's always good to get a new sort of younger character in the MCU right now, especially since they're really building out this Young Avengers / Champions roster of young heroes that we're seeing that are going to really lead most of the Phase 4 and Phase 5 movies. And I think it's smart to take these characters and introduce them first in the series compared to just throwing them in a movie per se that they may or may not click immediately with people. And it's always great to see different types of people, different representations on camera. That's always a lot of fun to see. And Kamala Khan's been a fan favorite character for a long time, so I'm excited. Hopefully this series does really well for the character and just gets people loving her as much as people have in the comics, especially leading into her debut in the Marvels coming out, I believe, next year. So that'll be exciting. But I'm going to take a look at the trailer. I'll give you my thoughts at the end of it. But before I do, like most trailer reactions, please make sure that you are watching the original trailer. Link is in the description below. And if this is your first time checking me out, hi, my name's Will, and I'm usually a little bit more prepared than I am right now. But if this is your first time and you're into hearing about geeky stuff from a different perspective, yours truly, I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, gaming, drinking, discussion, but usually all wrapped around geekiness. And if that's your bag, why not subscribe to the channel? I'm on the road to 500 subscribers this year. Hopefully I will get there, but I can't get there without you, so it would be awesome if you'd help me out. I'm usually home. I usually have a lovely wall of geeky stuff behind me, but I have a travel job and this is what I do. So you gotta keep doing stuff as you can. But hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. But enough of the rambling, enough of all this stuff. Let's jump into it, and then I'll give you my thoughts afterwards. Yay. Okay. Oh, nice.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say, I get it.
You get what?
Okay, I'm loving the style already.
Another adventure shirt. Cute. She thinks I'm some kind of weirdo.
You were weird. Boys, excuse me.
Yeah.
You're kind of on my shirt.
Sorry.
But you're staring out the window in your little fantasy land. Hey.
Okay.
Really? What, like,
Do I have to figure out my whole future before lunch, or is it really? Maybe they're right. I spend too much time in Fantasyland.
Okay.
Just not you.
I am actually really liking the style that they're going with right now.
You save the world. That's a fantasy too.
did something happen to you?
No, why? Did you hear something?
Come on, that. What does it feel like?
Cosmic.
Okay.
I always thought I wanted this kind of life, but I never imagined any of this.
Do you know what you are?
I'm a superhero.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. I like that. I think that's cute. Alright, so that's our first look at Ms. Marvel. I will say right off the bat, I am a fan of the style that you're going for with the series so far, where it's very... I don't want to say it's like a level of like breaking the fourth wall. It's very comic inspired when you've got like the bubbles and the little goofy stuff, and I do like that sort of style that they've chosen to go with this character. She is very much a fangirl. She's a superhero fangirl, and of course she's a fangirl of Captain Marvel. So, but it seems like she's a fangirl of most superheroes, which makes sense because she lives in New York City in the MCU. So she, along with someone like Kate Bishop, would have grown up during the events of the first Avengers movie and all the way through the blip and everything like that. So she has that sort of connection with the world that she lives in, and she embraces it. And her powers don't seem to be genetic. It doesn't seem like a genetic. It's not like an accident. It's not like the powers like Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau have achieved through being exposed to cosmic radiation. Her powers seem to come from her bracelets, which is a very big shift from her character in the comics. It doesn't bother me, and that's fine. I'm not sure. Maybe the powers will become something more permanent. Like maybe the bracelets will get destroyed, but her DNA's already been rewritten to the point where the powers are just embedded in her now. We'll just have to wait and see once the series comes out. I do like the fact that we are getting a little bit more of a high school aspect. It's very similar to kind of what they've done with Homecoming. With the first movie, where it was very focused on Peter Parker's high school years, which is totally fine for me. We don't get a lot of high school superheroes in the MCU right now. I mean, you know, Spider-Man was like the big one, and then now Ms. Marvel. Because even something like Kate Bishop or, you know, Elijah Bradley, Billy and Tommy, or even America Chavez, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody like Kid Loki or whatever. I mean, those characters didn't really have that sort of high school element, whereas like what they've done with like Peter Parker and what we're obviously getting with Kamala Khan and Ms. Marvel. So I'm excited for that aspect, and with, you know, what exactly the overarching story is going to be. This trailer clearly was meant to just instill the tone of the series, not necessarily give us any sort of plot points yet. I'm assuming the second trailer will do that. That's kind of like with Moon Knight. Like, that first trailer was really more so about instilling like the tone of the series, and I will probably get a little TV spots here and there before the series premieres proper. And I think that's what we're going to get with Ms. Marvel, because this comes out June 8th, which is very interesting because Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out May 25th. And that's also a Wednesday. And they've kind of kept Marvel on Wednesdays for the most part, and have kept Star Wars on Fridays. So what I'm assuming is going to happen is Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to premiere on May 25th. And I think that's like a 4 to 6 episode series. It's probably going to be closer to 6, most likely. I think it was 6, but then it got dropped to 4, but it might be back to 6. Who knows? But I'm assuming that first episode will premiere then, and then it'll shift to Fridays in preparation for Ms. Marvel coming out on June 8th, because that's going to probably be at least 6 episodes. Most likely the same with Moon Knight. Like, most of the Marvel series appear to be hovering around the 6 episode mark, which I think is a good mark for a mini-series. I think the trailer was fun. I like the style that they're going with. I didn't think they were going to go with that kind of style, and it actually caught me off guard in a positive way. I don't have a big reservation about them changing up her powers. I'm curious to see how it's going to work overall, but it does... I can understand them not being like an accident or bestowed upon her, kind of as a little bit of a downer. But again, I'm going to hold reservations until I watch the series. Will I be doing episode reviews? Most likely. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi is probably going to take precedent, but if I can squeeze them both in, I'll do them both. But it has piqued my interest. It wasn't necessarily one that I was super big on the radar for, but it definitely piqued my interest a lot. And as we get more and more of these series, it's going to start becoming which ones are really going to catch me and grip me hard. God, what am I doing today? I am looking forward to the series. I'm interested to see if we'll get a second trailer that might give us a little bit more information, maybe a little bit more of an explanation of our power set or how that's going to work. If it is the bracelet, is it something a la like Shang-Chi, how they're doing with the 10 rings powers? Is it something along that line? So it'll be interesting to see how things turn out, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to hold reservations until I see more. But I am going to definitely check out the series. It comes out June 8th, so mark your calendars for another MCU property at this point. I hope it doesn't get burnt out too much, but I'm going to check it out because I'm a sucker for it. Whatever. That is my thoughts on the Ms. Marvel trailer, so hopefully you had a chance to check it out before watching my reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching this and all my videos. I really do appreciate it. And you know, don't be surprised if you see more of these random hotels in the background instead of me being at home. It's just part of life right now, but hopefully you'll stick around. Hopefully you'll like this video and share it with your friends. And if you are new to the channel and this is your first video checking me out, hopefully you did enjoy this, and hopefully this has maybe enticed you to subscribe to the channel and maybe check out some of the other videos that I have on here as well. It would really make my day. Hopefully I made yours a little bit as well. You can follow me on most social media platforms. They're all linked at the end of this video. We got a ton of videos on the channel right now that you're more than welcome to check out. Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And as always, until next time, I will catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, why not give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends? You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on my gorgeous little face right over there. You can follow me on all the various social media platforms right below. And last but certainly not least, if you've got a few extra minutes, why not check out one of the lovely videos floating right over here. Later.